Hey everyone, welcome to the channel where we talk about all things movies. Welcome especially if you're new. If you enjoy talking about movies and staying up to speed on what's in theaters and what's worth checking out, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my reviews when they post. Alright, with that, we're going to get into today's review, which is for Nope. I just got back from seeing it in the theaters, so we're going to talk about it here. And so to start off with a brief synopsis, in this movie, the residents of a lonely gulch in inland California bear witness to an uncanny and chilling discovery. So I've seen like the trailers that have been out for this film. It's definitely one of the more popular trailers or like more common trailers in front of movies the last few months. So I've been kind of just getting to the point where like, can we just have the movie and so I can stop seeing the trailer? Not that it was a bad trailer, but these days there's always that one trailer that ends up being front and center and just overdone by the time the movie comes out. But that being said, I still had no idea what to expect for this movie. I haven't seen any of Jordan Peele's previous work, not to my knowledge. I know that he's done some really good stuff, but it's just not stuff that I've seen. So didn't really know what to expect from that. Also had no idea if this is in line with his other work or if he's kind of branching out and doing something. I don't know if he has a typical movie or not. I'm just, not familiar. So, didn't really know what to expect going into this. And I think what I had an inkling of what it would be, we got in the film, but I still didn't, it still wasn't really anything that I was expecting. So with that, we're going to jump into my thoughts on the film. And first and foremost, I think one of the best highlights of the film is the kind of diversity of the main characters. And I don't mean like diversity in the typical sense, although to a degree, yes, obviously. But I mean, each of them are very unique and well written, and they feel like very real and distinct characters, one from the next. So there's kind of four main characters. You have OJ and his sister Emerald. They're the main two, but then you have Angel, who's kind of the tech guy that helps them with their like camera setups and that sort of thing. And then there is I guess there's kind of five main characters, but those are the main three. And then there's two, I'd say, supporting characters in there's the filmographer, and then there's I forget his name, I think it's Holst, and then there's Jupe, the guy that runs like the ranch sort of Renfest but Western that's down the street. So all of them I thought were really well written, so very, very good job done on the script. But then the acting as well just brought all the characters to life. So I liked some better than others, or at least they're like personality types that I just enjoy more myself. Like I thought Keke Palmer did a really good job with her character, but if I knew her in real life, I think just her kind of carefree way of going about things, I wouldn't necessarily like her or be friends with her. But I guess, I mean, towards the end of the film though, I did start to like her more. So maybe that, I guess I think she might be the sort of person who would not come off the best at first, but I might get to know them, or I might enjoy getting to know them over time. But I don't know. I think just kind of I'm a very planned person, so the fact that she was like very laid back, she was late in like the first scene that we see her in, those are not good marks in my book. But that's not anything against like Keke Palmer as an actress or like the character in and of itself. It's just me commenting on characters that I connect with. But I thought I definitely connected a lot more with OJ. He's very much just kind of, doing what needs to be done and kind of quiet in the background. Like when he was trying to conduct that business deal with Jupe fairly early on. I'm going to keep this fairly spoiler free, or I'm going to try to keep it spoiler free. So if I talk to specific details, they're in like the first couple scenes, definitely first act stuff. I don't consider that really spoilers until you start talking about stuff halfway or beyond kind of through the film. But pretty early on though, like you've got Jupe and OJ trying to do a business deal, and she's just going on about like all the stuff in Jupe's office, and there again, I would be like, I can totally relate with OJ and just being annoyed at her right now, even though Jupe was, not really like playing along, but he was humoring her in any event. But and then I really liked Angel. I didn't expect him to be in as much of the movie as he was, kind of just with like when they introduce his character, it doesn't seem like he'd necessarily be in the movie that much. But I enjoyed the character. I thought he was also, yeah, very well written and well acted. But yeah, moving on from the characters, I thought that at the end of the day, this is very much like a mystery, and I thought the mystery was really good. So they give you little bits and pieces as you go. It's not like a full on mystery, but there's definitely a bit of figuring out or like understanding that needs to happen throughout the film. And I thought they went about that in a good way. And other things that I really liked the cinematography. I thought it was filmed very well, and there's some really beautiful shots. Just the area that they were in, and several other shots either taking place kind of in early morning or late after, like an evening with the setting or rising sun was just, yeah, really nice to see, especially on the big screen in IMAX, which is where I saw it. I'd say the only kind of downside or kind of negative that I had with the film, I thought the first act was a little slow. Like it took a while to get things going. And that's maybe just the nature of it, but I think once we hit the second act and definitely the third act, things are just rolling along, and it was, yeah, other than the first act kind of lagging a little bit, I thought the pacing was really good. But if you're going to have an act that's a bit slower, it's definitely better to have it be the first act and then finish out strong, which I thought this movie did. So, yeah, I enjoyed the movie, definitely. I would recommend it. I'd give this a letter grade of an A. And yeah, it's kind of strange because it's not like the sort of movie I necessarily would have thought of as being one that I would like, but it isn't not that either. Like it's certainly not like a horror film or anything like that. But yeah, so I recommend going to see it. Oh, like the last thing that did jump out at me as well. I thought the music was good. It's not necessarily like my favorite soundtrack, but they pull in like kind of different styles of music throughout, which I thought was fairly interesting. Like some Western bits, but then some more kind of traditional sounds. And then there were pieces that sounded a bit like John Williams. So yeah, that was kind of interesting. But yeah, overall, I recommend this movie. I thought it was a very good time. It seemed like all the other people in the theater that I saw it with were also enjoying it. There's definitely some funny pieces, but it's also a movie with just a good story to tell and, interesting characters that kind of pull you in. So that's my take on Nope. If you've had a chance to see the movie, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Which of the characters did you enjoy the most or connect with the most? I'd love to, yeah, hear your thoughts in the comments. And with that, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe so you don't miss any of my reviews when they post. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.